What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a video. Welcome back to another video. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Like I said, it's gonna be consistency. I'm trying to grow this channel, man. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to make us grow as a family. You feel me? So yeah, we gonna get this thing popping. Football season is coming upon us. You already know what time it is. So yeah, y'all finna see a lot more content. I could have put out a lot more content during the NBA season because we were still getting football news. I could have put out a lot more, but it just didn't happen. But you know what? That's my blow. I missed out on a lot of content. Missed out on a chance to grow us. So hey, gotta suffer. But hey, no further ado, let's get into this video. If y'all want more videos, remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know, we got a lot of football coming up this football season. So, hey, subscribe to your boy. Anyway, this video is going to be, I'm not really a ranting type of video. I'm going to talk about the Lions preseason. The second game against the Jaguars, as y'all all may know, they lost 25-7. But you know, that game they really didn't get outplayed. I have some takeaways for that, but I just want to give y'all my opinion on the game. They really didn't get outplayed. Yes, we only scored 7 points. The game was close by then. It was 12-7. So we really could have did something. We could have really put it on them, but I ain't gonna blame nobody. Like, nobody did this, but even with the final score ended up like it did, losing by 18, we really didn't get outplayed. The reason why the Jaguars scored that many points is off of turnovers, because of short field advantages. We fumbled, we gave up picks. So it's just like that really turned into their points. And like I said, we threw picks like in our own territory where they had short fields. But most of the times when we did give up the picks, we held them to field goals. So they really didn't beat us like, oh, they was just a flat out better team. No, we really gave the game away. You know, we really gave the game away. You know, I didn't watch it. I was at work, but I watched the highlights, and I'm just like, we lost, but we really beat our own selves. The only reason they had 25 is because we gave them 25. They didn't, you know, drive down the field on us. They couldn't drive. Every time they were at our, you know, at our side of the field, well, at their side of the field, where they had to drive lengths of the field, they really couldn't do it. It was always leading to a sack or leading to an interception, or they had to punt it. They really couldn't drive the ball on us. So with that being said, I have not a lot of takeaways, but I have a few takeaways that I want to say about that game, even though it was a loss, is positivity takeaways. The first takeaway I see, that our run game is not to be played with. Even though, yes, that was the second stringers. Yes, the first stringers are not playing. I understand that. But hear me out. In the first 2 games, nobody has ever been able to get off on us. If they have, only for like what? Maybe running for 15 yards, but that's it. We haven't had one of those games where teams is constantly running it down our throats. And you can see it with this preseason that we're mainly going to focus on stopping the run. Not our main priority, but because the Lions have been so terrible in run stoppage over the years, that's what teams are going to try to do on us. But I can tell you right here, that's not going to happen. Even with the second stringers or the people trying to make the team, you can see that we have an emphasis on trying to stop the run. That we're not going to let no team get off on us. Y'all going to have to beat us by air. And even if you do beat us by air, it's going to be hard for y'all to do that because our DBs is smothering like no other. Now you have a couple of plays that happen in the game where a guy's like 2-yard separation for a 3rd and long for a first down. You could see that. But most of the time we were really defending. One-on-one coverages, they couldn't get anything on us. So that's a plus. Nobody going to be able to run a ball on us. That's just the second string. Can you just imagine when our starters on there? That's my first takeaway. The second takeaway, our special teams is going to be dangerous this year. Our special teams are going to keep us in the game most of the time or have us run away with the game majority of the time. Our special teams is completely dangerous. Last week we had a 95-yard punt against the Giants. This game we had like 3 punts in the kickoff that we got to the middle of the field, or we at least got 40 yards out of it. So that's letting me know that our special teams, we made an emphasis on trying to do things with our special teams as well. Whether it's field goal, whether it's kickoff, whether it's punt return. You could tell this is very serious. I haven't seen ever a Lions special team that could be quite as dangerous as this one. As long as I've been watching the Lions, this one has to be the best special teams ever that I have ever had to watch and to witness. Like, yeah, this is going to be dangerous when the season starts. This is going to be very, very dangerous for a lot of teams. We're going to get sticky on a lot of teams. On a lot. Don't be surprised if we get sticky on that Thursday night game against the Chiefs. We're going to get sticky with it. That's my second takeaway. My third takeaway is Stephon Gilmore, brother, give him a spot. I know we have our corners already laid out, but he can be the nickel corner, like to cover the slot corner. He is one of the best man-on-man people I have seen in a very long time. Like, the way that he was smothering a lot of taller receivers. He even got a pick. Yes, it was off a tip-tap, but even with that tip-tap, he was still smothering his guy. The safety just came over to help him. He was really supposed to pick the ball off, but it tipped in the air and he got it. He's going to be a problem. He has to make the team. Like, he plays a lot like Stephon Gilmore, if not better. If y'all remember, he the one that really had that pick 6 against Notre Dame. What was that, last year? In that wild game against Notre Dame. He had that pick 6 to really put the game away. So he has potential. He's going to be a problem if he makes the roster, which I am 80% guaranteed that he may make the roster. Just with that alone, he's going to make the roster. He has to. He is a underrated corner. He didn't get drafted. He's out of Marshall, like I said. So a lot of teams really, and a lot of scouts really probably couldn't pay attention to him because Marshall really wasn't on national television. But if y'all watched him against Notre Dame, he was more than spectacular. It's just that he's on a team that don't get much, publicity. So, yeah, Stephen Gilmore, he could be the next big thing. We have to pick him up. We have to. Even if he don't start, he has to at least rotate in when people are tired. I am expecting him to make the roster. He have to. Because he really didn't get nobody really got big plays on him except for that one play where he was smothering a guy and the guy caught it. That's the only big play he had against him. Other than that, he didn't allow a touchdown. Not that I know. He didn't allow anything. They really stopped throwing the ball over to his side. That's how big of a contribution he was to that defense. He has to make the roster. That's another one. And last but not least, back to the defense. I always got to say defense because that's what we have to pay attention to the most when it's dealing with the Detroit Lions. We have defenses, but only for one season. We can't never have it for long periods of time. The defensive line, problem. And I'm not saying problem as in it's horrible. I'm saying problem as in it's going to be horrible for other teams. The way that we are getting in that backfield is nothing short of magnificent. I haven't seen that since we had Ndamukong Suh and what was his name? Nick Perry from Auburn. I haven't seen that in a long time. I haven't seen that since Ezekiel Ansah. And you already know who I'm talking about. We haven't seen that since Kerry Hyde. Those are all the great pass rushers we have had in years. Ndamukong Suh, Ezekiel Ansah, Nick Perry, Kerry Hyde. We don't have no weakness on that D-line. The D tackle getting back there for sacks. I seen a couple of big boys getting back there for sacks. You already know Aiden gonna get back there. The Akwara brothers. Romeo had 3 sacks the first preseason game. And his brother had 1. Or maybe I'm switching them up. One of them had 3. That's all I know. So our D-line is going to be crazy talented with depth, with strength, with getting off the ball. I don't see nobody blocking us for long periods of time. I don't see that. That D-line is going to be a problem. Mark my words, that D-line is going to be a problem. And I can't wait to see it. Those are my takeaways. Special teams, run stoppage, Stephen Gilmore, he needs to have a roster spot. Lions, if you hear me, give him a roster spot. And the D-line is going to go crazy. Those are my 4 takeaways. What do I give them a grade? I give them a B- because they lost. But other than that, they special teams, they D-line, Gilmore, and because nobody really could get nothing on them. We just gave the game away. The offense laid an egg this week. We gave the ball away plenty of times, and we didn't have to. But that defense kept us in the game. It kept us in the game. They really couldn't do nothing on us. Like I said, they only scored because of turnovers. Other than that, they couldn't get nothing. So B-. I ain't gonna give them an A because they lost. B- because the offense really laid the egg, but the defense really kept them in there. So that's my takeaway. Let me know what you guys think. Y'all seen the game. What was it that y'all had some takeaways on? Was it great takeaways or was it bad takeaways? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.